Hi, and welcome to my channel, Laura's Library Card. So today we are going to do a stack status video. Woo! It's been a while since I've done one of these just because I was busy doing readathons and I felt like I was kind of regularly updating you guys on what I was in the middle of and kind of had coming up because I was doing all those readathons. So yeah, it's been a hot minute, but yeah, so today I'm going to give you two, and probably a lot more than two. The way I usually do these stack status videos is I talk about my stack of books I have recently finished, the stack of books I am currently reading, and the future stack of books that I hope to get to soon. So we're just gonna dive right in. What have I been recently reading? I have recently finished In a Holidaze by Christina Lauren. I have my copy right here. I read this as a physical book for the Page Turner Book Club December choice. Our meeting is coming up January 3rd, so you should still tune in to the Page Turner Book Club discussion. There was sort of it was a mixed bag of reviews. There were some people who really liked it and some people who really didn't. So I think the discussion is going to be good and slash spicy slash contentious, possibly. I don't know. So I read In a Holidaze for the Page Turner Book Club. I also included it as my buddy read for the Disney Channel Games readathon that just finished. And I also just wanted to get to it. I did a whole vlog for the Disney Channel Games readathon slash just a vlog of me reading this over the weekend. So I will put that up in the cards. You should check that out. I generally liked it. I gave it 4 stars, and for a further more thoughts, check out that vlog. I also just finished Tide Score by Elia Winters. This I had on ebook. I think forever ago, Izzy on Happy for Now recommended it or said she wanted to read it. And eventually it just kind of showed up as available through my library. So I was like, okay, sure. It is the second book in a series, but the series are unrelated and I did not, or like the books are tied together in the same universe, but you know, I didn't read book 1. And it was good. I read like most of it all in like within a couple days, and then I took like a month off, and I don't know if my library copy expired or what, but I just finished that today, and it was good. We follow Iris and Owen, and it's contemporary romance, and he wants to be dominated in the bedroom and has found it hard to find a girlfriend who is willing to do that most slash all of the time. So he and Iris kind of agree to a short fling, and then their intimate life is fantastic. So they kind of start developing feelings, and you know, how is that going to turn into a romantic relationship? I liked it. I thought it was good. There was a lot of steamy scenes. It's definitely, you know, rated R for adult stuff. But I liked that for the most part. There was definitely, I'm kind of like, I don't really like personally get the like dom sub dynamic. I felt like this book kind of took time doing that, but also took time to like be romantic. So I don't know, I like Tide Score, and I would definitely want to continue to read more by this author, and I think I'm going to check out the other books in this series as well. I gave Tide Score 4 stars. So what am I currently reading? I am currently at work listening to the audiobook of the 4th book of the Wheel of Time, which is The Shadow Rising. I do have this obviously on paperback, and this is a chunky book. This is like 1,000 pages. I think I'm only about 20% of the way through the audiobook, and I'm going to have to get back on the holds list for that because I like to listen to the audiobook at work, and then I kind of come home and review this and annotate the physical copy with the quotes and stuff that I like, just because I'm participating in this big long Wheel of Time, you know, read along, and this is the book that we're currently working on. And so I feel like in the first 20%, we have a lot of decisions that need to be made. The author is like revisiting these main characters, which is a little kind of like, he's like, oh yeah, remember Perrin? Oh yeah, remember Matt? And as someone who just like came right to this book from the 3rd book, I'm kind of like, yeah, I know these characters. Like, let's get going. But I could totally see how if you were reading this, well, you know, in in the time that it was being published and having the gap between book 3 and 4, like some of that like reintroductory, like let's review each character and their mindset might be good. So yeah, so I'm currently working on Shadow Rising, and it's book 4 in Wheel of Time. And then I am also working on, I started an audiobook today, and the book is called It's a Christmas Thing, and the author is Janet Dailey. This book I have it on audio, and it was instantly available through my library, and I was just like, oh, Christmas book, okay, sure. And then actually after I read the premise, I was like, I think I heard somebody talking about, I feel like this was a premise that somebody told me about. Maybe Sarah, the Bookish Knitter? I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. Anyway, so this book we follow Rush. His name is Rush, or his like nickname is Rush, and he is a vet. He's a local like traveling vet. It takes place in Texas, and he's like a divorcee, and his kid is involved. He has like sort of a traumatic past with his recent end of his marriage within the last year or two, and then he's interested in the woman named Tracy, who's a widow from the last couple years. But like this book is, I'm like 20% of the way into the audio, and it's just like kind of boring. It's really predictable. There's like no tension. There's no tension at all, and like the dialogue is just like da 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 da, and I'm just like, there's no pizzazz. I'm just kind of like 100% meh about the whole thing. So I read it I started this because I wanted to get like in the Christmas spirit. So, and it's not Christmas yet in the book, it's like Thanksgiving. So I feel like maybe there's plenty of time for this to turn around, but I have a feeling this is just gonna be like a very clean, like very like Hallmark, saccharine, like no tension book. That sounds mean, but like I'm sort of just anticipating that. But it is very easy. I feel like I'm using like 2% of my brain to listen to it, and it's just like flowing right along. So we'll see how that turns out. So coming up for the rest of the month of December, Christmas is in a couple days, so there's really not that much left of the month, and I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to fit in for December, but I have the ebook out for the book Faking It by Bromberg. This is also due back to the library very soon, so I think I'm going to try to dive into that tonight before I go to bed and read it a bit. I don't know that much about it. I just read the synopsis right before I got on here to film. It sounds like it's like a billionaire like playboy, conceited type person who eventually by the end of the book comes down to earth. And he's Australian, so I sort of wish I had the audio for this, but I only have the ebook. And I think that just based on the synopsis, it's like fake dating and sharing a bed and like enemies to lovers or like rivals to lovers. So I like most of those tropes, so I am looking forward to that, but I don't really know that much about it. I also have the audiobook checked out of another Christmas book that is Merry and Bright by Debbie Macomber. I'm pretty sure Izzy from Happy for Now just recommended this book as some of her Christmas reads. As far as I could tell, based on the synopsis, it is Christmas setting. It has something to do with like online dating. The other person isn't who you think they might be, but like not like suspenseful, but like in a possibly like boss employee question mark. Don't like quote me on that. So yeah, I don't know that much about it other than it was like a audio that was available and it's a Christmas story. And that's kind of what I was hoping for this week, the week of Christmas. Other books that I have this whole lovely stack that has barely changed in the last while. All the physical books that I have checked out from the library. I definitely want to get to spoiler alert. I have Crazy Stupid Bromance. I have Girl Gone Viral. Out in the living room, I have The Right Swipe. I also have not finished Take a Hint, Danny Brown. I know. I also have 2 books sitting right here that are for a secret TBR that I really need to work on. I have The Wheel of Time to keep working on. I just got checked out. Orange. I have a ton of stuff that I want to read. So many good things. I have a couple Christmas novellas. I feel like I've seen so many great recommendations from the Disney Channel games readathon vlogs, and also just I feel like there's so many people coming out with great like smutathon vlogs, and I'm just like, I want to read all of it. So I know that's not very helpful, but like I did list specifically Marianne Bright and Faking It as 2 books I already do have checked out from the library, and I usually try to have an audio and a physical and an ebook at least, if not 2 or 3 or 4 of each of those going all at the same time. So I have quite the list. If any of those books that I said that I might read for my TBR are books that you loved or you hated or that I should definitely get to right away, leave that down in the comments. I would love to hear your recommendation. I would, thinking a lot about sort of my goals for next year and for January, and kind of talking that through with other people and seeing videos come out about goals for next year. And actually Bookmark Chronicles, right over at the Bookmark Chronicles, tagged me in a Ringing in the New Year tag. So like that's part of what I've been thinking about, and I'm probably going to try to work on that to put out next week before the new year. So I have a lot of ideas, mostly just like stuff that I want to do, not really stuff that I think is going to be like scintillating content. But yeah, if you have any recommendations that way or things that you would really like to hear my thoughts on, or books I definitely should read in 2021, leave those down in the comments too. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I read a lot of romance, but I also sprinkle in some other stuff too. So thanks for watching. Bye.